everybody to just reset, restock, and allow this break the gap. Back. Question is, how much lead will it get? Break around the best place finally been done. Lots of riders at the back of the peloton, as Adam was saying, checking, having a call of nature, dropping back to team cars to get some food as well. You say there's an opportunity for a collective sigh and a bit of a breath, but soon we've got the first cap climb coming up. Luke Platt on the front for Jaco Alula.
Not just done yet. 48 seconds
closely behind. He's been active all day. Strategic yet active, I think it's fair to say. Lorenzo Fortunato looking to add to his tally. Paul Double hasn't made it. The interesting rider that has done is Sylvain Monique, who's the early leader in this classification. But Monique, a very good rider, but not quite the same climbing class, I don't think, as Lorenzo Fortunato.
TNT Sports coverage of Giro d'Italia is sponsored by Service Now.
Yep, very good.
TNT Sports, powered by Endura.
Here are my top picks for next weekend on TNT Sports. The final day of the Premier League season. The second Grand Slam event of the year. It's underway at Roland Garros. MotoGP rolls into Silverstone. Game on the British Grand Prix. And glory awaits. In the UEFA Women's Champions League final. Those are my top picks, and that's your weekend.
This is honesty, but yeah, this has now settled down. So Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe.
In a world of choices and voices, here's some inspiration. What floats your boat? What gets your goat? Does velvet light up your world, or is classic your cup of tea? The right thing is your thing. We've got just the thing for you. DFS. What's your thing?
Sitting quietly, your car is made all shiny. Downtime can
this will allow, there's another big group. Just look at the bottom left of your screen there.
On the loop,
we've had a finish in Sognano before, actually. We've finished at the top here. A little hilltop finish.
Sometimes it's not time for some tombola, right?
Maybe not in the Giro,
it's enjoying lasagna time, chilling with a book time, or time to visit your nan time.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Put the phone down.
Town. It's a old walled fortification as well, as you can see.
Temper Pro, our most adaptive mattress ever. Born from NASA technology, billions of ultra-sensitive cells relieving even more pressure for ultimate comfort and support.
I'm quite surprised, Matthew.
Now available with smart cool technology.
Coming up tomorrow.
Temper, the future
a hard
of
stage, but also
here.
A stage full of risk in terms of the gravel.
So, are you ready to be entertained?
A lot of unexpected.
Are you ready to butt things?
That funeral last week. No one likes funerals. So much money and fuss. I know, and it still felt impersonal.
I know it's difficult.
That's why I've got a pure cremation funeral.
I've not seen anyone.
Oh, pure. Yes, my funeral is guaranteed.
No one that's at that
my wishes are in writing, and I got it locked in at today's prices. More money for your family to raise a glass to.
It's a good point.
Everything you need is included, so my family won't have to pay for a thing. But they can arrange any send-off or church service they want.
Once it gets
Call our friendly team or go online to get your free quote now and you'll get a free £50 gift card too.
But yeah, nobody that's of any
saving
note,
for your first home. With a Moneybox Lifetime ISA, you could be closer than you think.
Slide into a little move that's caused any worries.
You can get a 25% government bonus on top of everything you save. That's up to £1,000 free every year towards your deposit. Meaning your home buying dreams can finally become a reality. But we'll have to leave the decorating to you.
But we are
Moneybox. Turn your...
The biggest climb of the day. It is a first category climb, and there are the stats. 5-star climb,
TNT Sports, powered by Mitre.
Just under 50.
Design, innovation,
gaining
performance.
nearly a kilometre in
this
height.
This is brought to you by Egoy.
Maximum slopes of 14% gradient, and the average being a smidge under 7.5%. And we have some very good climbers in here. But we are going to get lots of riders at the back of the peloton. The interesting thing for me, Adam, is having a call of given the lead, dropping back to given how much racing there's still to go. We won't be long before we're at the halfway point into the stage. I mean, it's absolutely phenomenal. It's a long stage. Luke Platt on the front for Jaco Alula to go. By the time we've topped this climb, closely behind, we will be active all day. It's then a very strategic yet active. I think it's fair to say running to the line, looking to add to his tally. Given the riders who hasn't made it. An interesting rider is indeed Fortunato. So not Monique, who's the early leader. It could be that the lead goes up and he becomes the virtual leader of the race. Very good rider, but not quite the same. Thoughts on how this stage might evolve now? Do you think the break will go to the finish? I know there's a lot to consider here, and the way they're riding, it would depend on the pace they set on this climb. What are your thoughts on how Red Bull will handle it as a man performance in this situation?
Riders are like 2.5 minutes, 3 minute mark. You've got Fortunato there that's just under 3 minutes back on GC. Yeah. But there's a lot of riders within that breakaway. You just never know when he's going to want to go for the stage win. Obviously, him being one of now, and towards the finish, these guys should speed up a little bit.
Some riders don't wear a mask. They're just this honesty. But yeah, this is now settled down. So
I think 1 minute 30 still, as I said before.
I think it has. I think it has. Another two riders trying to come across.
I'm thinking of the riders, the likes of Rafa Micah. They're super good climb. You know, if he starts to jump on the climb, the GC rider's not necessarily thinking immediately, we need to watch out for this. You know, our priorities are usually that we need to watch.
And
I think a rider like that who can jump across on this climb, that's when
this will allow. There's another big group. Look at the bottom left of your screen there.
A bit more, having another rider like him.
We've had a finish in Sudnano before.
It's highly unlikely because
of the top here. A little hilltop finish.
The effort he'd have to make to do so
in the past. Maybe not in the Giro, but I think definitely in
time in Aaron's 2:08 back.
I remember it well.
Are they going to be super worried about Aaronsson going up the road?
It's a old walled fortification.
It's a rider they don't necessarily have to worry too much about, I don't think, in the long run, but he's a rider they have to concentrate on. And Ineos Grenadiers, a single rider in this breakaway.
No time. Considering how strong a race they've had so far, look how reduced this bunch is. Performance of Egan Bernal.
I'm quite surprised, Matthew.
For multiple reasons, just the performance itself, the journey that man
has had to go through to get to that point.
But actually, this is a little bit inconsistent. The way they've been riding over the last few days, I'm quite surprised. They haven't managed to get in the move unless they were saying we don't want anybody in the move today. But for a potential stage win, they've got the sort of riders amongst their number. For a potential stage win, let's take away Bernal and Aaronsson. We've got the GC, but Castro Viejo, even Lucas Hamilton, Hajduk, Rivera. Tarling's been super aggressive. It could be just down to legs, but it's quite interesting that they haven't put a rider in a 20-man group. It's a good point. Normally, but given the fact we've had an hour and a half of racing,
not all of them, it's good that they're there.
Before the break is finally gone. Normally you do see, once you get to that sort of point, you do see a couple of other, 2 hours of racing. It's gone in almost that blink of an eye, Adam. It's been so active, so exciting.
It could just,
but yeah, nobody that's of any note, and I say that with the utmost respect, of course, but from the GC has even bothered to slide into a little move that's caused a gap on a climb this long, looking to take a chance. We've seen it before, looking to fight rather than waste your time, i.e. exploding across gaps, and trying to bridge across the flat undulating roads. If there's a certain rider you want to move, the time to go is on a climb, isn't it? But I don't know whether he's just moving to the front just to set a rhythm. But one man who wants to set a rhythm that's a little bit quicker than the one that was imposed at the bottom of this climb is Dylan van Baal. 5-star climb, a classy climber, such a versatile rider, a winner of Paris-Roubaix, gaining nearly a kilometre in height. He looks like he thinks this group's a bit too big. There's a lot of dead wood here. Let's thin this out. Let's get maybe 10 or 12 riders over the top, which is a bit more manageable in the finish. That's what this feels like already. Imposing a tempo that's going to be hard to already make a selection. And it's happening. A lot of riders just cannot follow this pace.
Yeah, there's a lot of watching going on in the background as well. If you look at the riders looking at each other, I'm not chasing that. I don't want to chase that. Where Dylan's a rider, trains a lot at altitude, done these long climbs up at Mount Teide, so he'll be used to just riding at his numbers, which he can do. The smaller the group is, the better it is for him, because everyone will commit that little bit more, as we see Adam Yates at the back of the team car behind the peloton. Yeah, Dylan's a rider that I think could definitely stay clear, and he's an engine. We know he's an engine, but what he can do is, on climbs like this, he set a very steady but hard tempo, which will put a lot of riders off.
We've got another interview to roll in for you. Felix Engelhardt isn't in the breakaway, but Koen Bowman and Luke Plapp are there from JK Alula. But we heard from Felix Engelhardt, who had a chat with our very own Anders Melker before the start of the day.
Felix, first and foremost, you look strong in Albania. Possible breakaway stage today. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be a stage for the breakaway. It's still a very hard stage. It's almost 4,000 meters of elevation and almost 200k. So it really depends when the break goes. And yeah, if it only goes on the climb, I reckon it will be a very, very strong breakaway group. But if it goes fairly early with a bigger group, it could be quite interesting, I reckon.
And as a team, you looked very aggressive so far. What are your game plans today? Is it many of you guys who have the freedom to go for it, or is it you or two others?
No, ideally we get a really good climber in there and one of the stronger guys. But yeah, we have a team mostly for breakaways, so we'll definitely give it a good crack today.
How is it for you to race here in the Giro in Italy?
It's beautiful. I mean, you can feel a big difference coming from Albania to Italy. Everything's in pink and a lot of fans are here, and it's just, yeah, really nice.
Have a good stage.
Thank you.
Well, nice to hear from Felix Engelhardt. He was quite right. There is a selection from the